Alright, here we have my last Jiu Jitsu competition at white belt. It's so crazy to say that, but for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a former wrestler, and I just got my blue belt in December. And this tournament was filmed in mid-November, hence the title of the video. But straight away, my opponent pulls guard, and he gets into this deep half. He really liked this position, and to finish in deep half, you kind of have to finish a single leg, and I'm pretty comfortable defending a single leg, so I never really felt like there was much threat of the sweep, although he did have a really strong guard. He's playing this spider guard, and I'm trying to free my grip so I can start passing. But as you can tell in the little bottom right corner, this tournament was hosted by Grappling Industries, and it's a round-robin tournament, so since there's 8 guys in my bracket, I have at least 4 matches today, which is pretty sweet. We got a full slate for you. I finally break his grip, and I look to pass. We get into this front headlock. I snap him back down, and he comes up on a double leg, and I chin whip him out of bounds. And we end up back in we ended in a bit of the deep half position, but we start in half guard basically. I learned from my first competition video that if you're not cheating these jiu-jitsu resets, then you ain't trying. And I mean, we see that at all levels, even at ADCC. There's entire discussions that go on when people get reset. But I get double unders, and I'm circling trying to pass his guard, but I don't really cement that position until I get his far side collar grip, and we settle into side control. Hang out there for a bit, and then I hop into mount, and I need to keep both my feet at his hips, but that left foot of mine is hanging out there, so he's able to get his leg back in and gets his half guard back for a brief moment. I'm able to slip my leg again right here, and we're back in side control. He starts to bridge away from me, exposing his back to me, and I know that, this is my time to attack. So I throw my hooks in as I look for that collar grip, and as soon as I got that grip with my right hand, I knew that it was a done deal. So starting the day off strong, got a submission in my first match, and about 5 minutes later, my second match starts. This guy's willing to stand up with me, which is nice. He looks for an arm drag, but I'm able to get an underhook in, and he kept walking behind my hips, right? I have this underhook, and he keeps going behind, and he's kind of loading himself up for that hip toss. Real quick, just a reminder to like and subscribe. I got big plans for this channel, and I'm trying to hit 10,000 subs by the end of the year, and your support is greatly appreciated. And we end up in side control. He has this left arm underhook, so I block his hip with my left hand. Otherwise, he would just be able to come up. But I'm not doing anything fancy here. I got my right arm as deep as I can, trying to give him as much shoulder pressure as possible, and really basically just try to tire him out as best I can, as demonstrated in this fast forward montage. I'm just trying to suck the energy out of him as much as I can, and eventually I get a paper cutter right here with my right arm. You can't really see it, but that threat of the choke is what enables me to slide my left foot over, and we end up in mount. And it's really important in mount that you control your opponent's head, so that's what I try to do there, but I don't have enough of my weight to the left right now, so there's nothing preventing me from falling over my right shoulder, since that's the arm that's under his head. And he does a little hip bump, and we end up back in this headquarters position. We stand up again, and the ref gets in the way, so we don't get to see that takedown there. But now I'm trying to isolate his arm, and since my right foot is in his armpit, there's a far side triangle option, and I try to break the Kimura grip by going straight up and down, which is key for my next match, so remember that, me trying to break that Kimura straight up and down. So I have him in a triangle here, and then I got short legs, so finishing those can be tough for me, so I'm coming back up to try to readjust, but to no avail. He is going to get out of this position, and we end up in a front headlock. To get a good go behind, you need to put your weight on your opponent's hands when you're in this position, so I do a little snap down, chuck by there, spin around. I already have a collar grip here. I got my bottom hook in, which is the most important hook, and when I extend his body, I get the finish. So another cross collar finish in my second match, and on to my third match now. I got another guy who's willing to stand up with me, and I'm snapping him down, trying to move him, tire him out with my grips. And I look for an inside trip ankle pick, but he comes running back at me, so I just hit a little duck under and get my back control, got both my hooks in, so that's 4 points. And I have the collar grip here with my right hand, so ideally I'd be able to finish him here just like I did in my first two matches, but it's not high enough, and he does well to create some separation with his hips. So he escapes there, but here we are again, back in this little Kimura situation. I want to get my foot inside his armpit so I can go far side triangle if needed. I also should be on my knees here. So there, now my foot's inside. And instead of going straight up and down with the Kimura, my coach told me in between these matches that I want to go out and around. So that's what I do here. And I get the Kimura finish in my third match. So far throughout the day, 3 matches, 3 finishes, that's going pretty well. And this match is where reality comes running back. I do hit a lat drop there, but my left knee didn't pass his hip line, so I end up in his full guard. He's looking for a Kimura. He grabs my belt to try to hip bump. I don't know what I was doing here. I kind of let him sweep me. You can kind of tell. Like, I was thinking I'd be able to switch my hips faster than he could. I kind of wasn't giving this guy as much respect as I should have. Like right here, I'm just like, Honestly, I don't really know what I was thinking. I could see the sweep coming from a mile away. He set it up for like 10 seconds. It's a 2-2 match, and I am trying to get my hips around his head to score those points back. And why that is not a sweep, I genuinely could not tell you. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now, waiting to figure that out. But his coach says, like, don't worry about the score. So I foolishly listened to him, and I didn't worry about the score. So we're in side control here for a bit. Another little time lapse. He goes for a hip bump, or a hip escape. And again, he's got that underhook, so I'm blocking his hip with my right hand. And I try to finish in a north-south choke. I got this half Nelson grip, and I actually find my own lapel. So I got a loop around his neck right now, and I try to step my foot over to finish. I've never been in this position before, so unsurprisingly that doesn't work. But he gets an underhook. When he tries to come up, I give him a hard whizzer. And we're still in side control. So it's 2-2. There's less than 2 minutes left. If I get my hooks in here, that's 4 points for the back take. But we get reset back in the middle in the same position. And he did well to control that arm, my seatbelt arm. So all my weight is on my head, and I'm slowly going over him. I want to get both my arms behind his triceps if I can to get my weight back and get my hooks in, but I lose the position. And if he passes my guard here, he will be up 2 points with little time left. So again, this jiu-jitsu reset, guys, you got to game it. So immediately I come up, sprawl, grab a single leg, and switch off to a double leg for the finish. That's 2 points for the takedown. So we're up by 2 points now. There's like 30 seconds left maybe. I'm looking to take his back when, in reality I could just stand up here and be in neutral for a little bit. And I don't know what it was. Clearly this is something I need to work on. I could not, for the life of me, get my hooks in on this guy. But shout out to him. That's just not just, poor grappling on my part. It's good grappling on his part. And I asked the ref here, am I done? She says, you're done. So I'm outside, hanging out with my friends, filming my friend's match, and then this happens. What? So, unexpectedly, this is my final match. The winner of this gets the gold medal, and I'm facing the guy that I faced in my first match. we both changed levels there really fast. I don't know why I thought that was funny. And eventually I will get past his guard right there. I think I get to slip my foot out, and when I look to take the back, right there I get the collar grip. So when I roll over, he falls right into my lap. I get both my feet in, 4 points for the back take, and I get the finish. Don't tell me in the comments that I crossed my feet there. Alright, I already know. But there officially is my last match of the day. And that is the official end of my white belt career. It was good to end it on a high note. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for my blue belt content, and I will see you in the next one.